Wow, 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 wow. I don't know about you, but I just extremely love that kind of music. Wow. Donald Lawrence is another one that's just gifted in the area of producing, writing, directing, wonderful choir music. I'm telling you, man, I really miss having choir music yet being produced on a regular basis like it once was. But man, that is some good stuff. And I'm telling you, that just gets my motor going. I love the message in the music as well. Giants do die, man. That's so encouraging because every day we face giants that have the potential to wreak havoc in our lives, but we know the God who's able to empower us to overcome all of our giants, any of our giants. We know He is able. The Word says that He's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that works in us. And that power that works in us is our faith. But you know what? Some of us spend so much time looking at our giants, observing our giants, and complaining about our giants rather than speaking to or even now attacking our giants. I'm telling you, man, listen, when you're walking in the power and of the authority of God, there is absolutely nothing that is too difficult or too big for you to overcome by the grace and the help of our God. And then another thing, one of the first song that I played talked about the blessings of Abraham, how we as believers are entitled to the blessings of Abraham. God favored Abraham. God showed Abraham great favor, and He blessed Abraham abundantly in every area of his life. Even when he lacked in the area of even now having a son to carry on his legacy, God presented Himself to Abraham and promised Abraham that He would cause him to become the father of many nations. And from one seed, one son, a great nation was birthed out of the loins of Abraham. God is able to do that kind of thing. All we have to do is trust Him and believe that not only that He can, but that He certainly most definitely will. Well, it kind of sounds like I'm getting into preaching mode, and that's not my intent this morning, but I do want everyone who connects with us to be encouraged. Listen, I'm noticing still that some of you, I know some of you are still not don't have your notifications turned on YouTube. I noticed that you all are very, very slow coming in until the text message goes out notifying that we're streaming live. Again, people, wonderful people, don't depend on the text messaging service. Depend on YouTube. Turn on your notification. Make sure that little bell that's on your phone doesn't have a line going through it. Because if it has a line going through it, it that means that your notifications are turned off, particularly for this channel. Turn your notifications on. Make sure your notifications are turned on in your phone as well. I kind of extend the time of music at times because I'm waiting for more of you to come on, because I don't want you to miss what I want to share with you, because that somewhat defeats the purpose of me sharing. Some of you have to play catch up in the middle of the discussion, and it takes you a while before you really understand what we're really talking about. I know that the title or the subject matter gives you a hint or a clue as to what I'll be discussing, but I'd rather you come on when I get started on what I want to talk to you about. That's one of the reasons why, too, that I kind of have a little editorial or commentary prior to getting into the discussion for the day. I'm giving people time to come on. Let me say this. Those of you that may be joining us for the first time and are viewing in anonymity, you have not placed anything in the chat box or let us know that you connected with us. That's okay. I would love for you to, so I can give you a special shout out. And I would particularly love to know if you're viewing from outside of the Kansas City metropolitan area, because I want to give you a special shout out with that in regards to where you're viewing from as well. But we thank God for you sharing with us. And if this is your first time sharing, I certainly hope this won't be your last time sharing. But if you have not yet subscribe to our YouTube channel, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. Just hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. I can't say it enough. It's a two-step process. Subscribe, turn on notifications. It's a matter of pushing two little buttons there or links there on your YouTube page. All right. That would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, we do certain things here on Morning Mocha. We consider ourselves just one big happy family. Regardless as to whether people are members of Canaan or not. This is not just a Canaan platform. This is a people platform, and all are welcome. And as you're sharing with your comments in the discussions, we only ask one thing, and that is you be respectful of other people's comments. And certainly I would definitely appreciate if you would be respectful to your host. Show me some love. Don't beat me down. I'm doing the best that I can. We like to encourage people. Also, what we do here, we give special shout outs on birthdays. And so if you have a birthday coming up and you want us to give you a shout out, please go to the link. Someone's going to post it up there for me in just a minute here. You can go to the link and register your birthday there on the link so we can give you a special shout out. I understand today is Marquell's birthday. I hope I'm saying that right. Happy birthday to Marquell. See, that's how we do things. God bless you. Hope you're having a wonderful day already. And I pray that the rest of your day will only be celebratory, that you will enjoy your day. Give God thanks, give God praise for this day, because God doesn't have to grace us with life each and every day, each and every year, but he's that kind of God. He's a gracious God. He's a keeper. He's one who is full of compassion and love, and we give him thanks and praise. And I always tell people, don't forget to give God thanks and praise on your special day, because even though it is your birthday, so to speak, it's yet a gift from God. The greatest birthday gift you can ever receive is just waking up and being able to say, hey, I made it another year. So that's a blessing from the Lord. So again, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Blessings and favor be up on you. God bless you so much. Also want to encourage everyone to pick up my books, order my books, purchase my book. Norma Jones Fitzgerald, you're viewing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Wow. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And let me officially say, welcome to the Morning Mocha family. We are so glad you have joined us. They're already showing you some love. Philly in the house. Philly in the house. That's how we do things around here. We just show people as much love as we possibly can. And again, blessings to you all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you for connecting us, and we hope and pray that this won't be your last time joining us, or at least your last time getting in on the chat, because we just like for our people to engage with. I love the interaction. I love interacting with people, not just by live stream, but I love interacting with people in person. See there, Norma Jean, listen, look at all the love that you're starting to receive. People are welcoming you to our Morning Mocha family. That's just how we do. Praise God. This morning, I want to throw out a question to you and get you to thinking about this. Give great consideration to it. Is your hustle a hassle? Is your hustle a hassle. I know that sounds like a lot of street language, but you'll see where I'm going with this in just a minute. I've on many occasions heard people speak of what they do to earn money or to make a living. I'm of the conviction that when you really think about it, the two are not one and the same. Earning money is one thing, but making a living, in my estimation, is something on a totally different level. It's on another level. You might ask the question, well, how so? How so, Bishop? Well, think about this. Earning money is something that a person does to survive. I'm going to earn this money so I can survive. I'm going to earn this money so I can make ends meet. I'm going to earn money so I can pay the bills. But does that equate to making a living? I know in the minds of most of you it does, because typically and historically, that's what we viewed making a living as. But I want to put another spin on it. I want you to look at this from an entirely different perspective. Making a living, watch this now, is something that gives you life. Making a living is fueled by your passion. It is something that you live for. It is something that you really can't see yourself not doing. Now, the payoff is that you earn money or get paid in the process or as a result of doing what you do. That may be a payoff, but there is a greater or deeper reward attached to truly making a living. And that's what you should aim to do in life. You should aim to do that which results in you truly making a living. Well, some of you might be saying, well, Bishop, I still don't quite see the difference. Well, here it is. Maybe this will help you. I believe that it is so important for a person to find what it is, first of all, that they do well. And then secondly, they need to find that which they enjoy doing. Whatever it is they do, they should enjoy it. You should enjoy whatever you do to truly make a living. Once again, I believe that life is designed to be enjoyed. Every aspect of your life is to be enjoyed. Your career should be enjoyed. Your work assignment should be enjoyed. How you earn your money should literally be enjoyed. Your leisure time should be enjoyed. Your worship should be enjoyed. Life for the believer should not be grievous nor tedious, but it should be enjoyed. Now, while we're enjoying life, that doesn't mean we won't that we will totally escape any difficulties or challenges in life. But the joy that we experience through living life should cause us to overcome our challenges, our difficult situations. It should empower us to persevere through those difficult times that we encounter in life. Enjoyment, watch this, should come with fulfillment. Some people rarely experience fulfillment in life because the greater portion of their lives are spent doing something that they do not enjoy. Simply earning money can prove to be a dreadful proposition. The drudgery of the routine of earning money can at some point become emotionally debilitating or emotionally draining. You're earning money, of course, but there's no joy in what you do. There's no sense of reward in what you do. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever worked on a job that initially you were excited about working? You had passion for your work. You didn't mind going to work. You literally loved your job and the work you were doing. You loved your job so much that it didn't even feel like a job at all. And as a matter of fact, you felt as though that you were literally being paid to do something that you love to do. How about that? Just imagine that some of you are saying, yeah, I've been there before. But then you suddenly lost your love and passion for the job. Have you had that to happen? You may have even reached the point of literally hating your job. Some of you might be in that position right now. Nevertheless, you remain on the job, that job that you hate, because of the monetary benefits that it provides for you. You'll talk yourself out of leaving a place that you hate and discontinuing doing something that you hate doing because of the monetary benefits that you receive. You'll talk yourself out of moving on from that terrible situation by saying things such as, well, I can't afford to leave my job. It would cost me too much to walk away from this job. Well, let me ask you, if that being the case, what is it costing you now? You go in with anxiety all over you and anxiety running all through you, just in anticipating the next 8 hours being filled with stress and trouble, or however many hours you work. And so you're willing to put yourself through this daily routine of torture simply because you are saying, or you've concluded, or you've convinced yourself that you cannot afford to do something different. Well, my question to you would be, can you afford to continue doing what you're doing despite how you are feeling as a result of having to continue to work this job or to do what you are doing? That's really something to think about. Why would you remain in that situation? Now, you say, well, Pastor, again, it's my means of making a living. But really, in such cases, can you really say that you are making a living? Is what you're doing infusing life into you, or is it draining the life out of you? And then, because of its negative effect on you, how is that impacting the rest of your life? How are you living and reacting when you leave the job and return home? Or are you taking the stresses and the frustration from that job back into your home, and thereby creating a state of chaos, confusion, and havoc in your home, in your marriage relationship, in your family atmosphere, you got to think about it. And if such is the case, is it really worth it? What's more valuable, the money you make or peace in your home? There are some things that are just too high of a price to pay to hold on to those things. Listen, when you work, your job, your side gear, if it's draining the life out of you, that's when your hustle becomes a hassle. And if you got a job, you got to hustle. I know that's street language or whatever, but you understand the terminology. You hustle on. Now, in this respect, I'm not speaking of your hustle being an illegal activity or anything of that nature. I'm just talking about what you do to earn money, or better still, what you are engaged in that is literally making you a living. You know, too often do people focus too much on earning money rather than making a living. Here's what you got to come to understand. If you haven't discovered this by now, as you mature, you'll eventually discover this. Money does not always afford a person the sense of reward and fulfillment that they're looking for in life. Money doesn't always fill that void. Money doesn't always satisfy that need. Now, I know the Bible says that money answers all things, but the Word of God also tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil. Some of you remain in a place because you're so much in love with the money that you're earning, the money that you're making. You're allowing what it takes to earn that money to create a great deal of evil within your personal atmosphere. That's just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You know, you can sit down and talk to some people who are just literally workaholics. And because they're workaholics, they give off the impression that they love their job. It's not that they love their job. They love the money they are making from working that job. Wow. Again, there are a great deal of people who make a great deal of money, yet they are miserable. They feel empty. They feel unfulfilled. They feel somewhat devalued. Norma Jones, Fitzgerald, thank you for sharing that. She said, I was bringing my work home and it did affect my marriage negatively. And sometimes because we make a great deal of money, we justify neglecting our marriages and our family using the reasoning, well, look what I'm bringing home. Look at the money that I'm making. Some of us will even declare, I'm literally carrying my family or this family because of the sacrifice that I'm willing to make. First of all, as Pastor Grubb so eloquently articulated on yesterday, we need to deny the I. Stop focusing so much on the I, because sometimes we'll use that word I to convince others that they are benefiting from us, when really we are damaging them by neglecting that relationship over which we're supposed to be great stewards. You're putting your career ahead of your job. Ahead of your family, rather. Wow. You've given your career and your ability to earn a certain amount of money priority over the well-being of your family. And anytime what you do brings a disruption into your household, then your hustle has then turned into a hassle. And the question that you've got to answer within yourself is it really worth it? Sometimes we will sacrifice our families on the altars of success. And we do so simply because we're trying to impress people or satisfy our desires by purchasing things that we either can't afford or we simply don't need. The ability to floss at times can be a motivation for some people to endure something that is truly agonizing, something that is potentially destructive, just for the sake of being able to say to our friends and family members and those that we desire to impress, look at me, look at what I've got, look what I've earned, look what I have accumulated. And that's sad. Listen, it takes a great deal of courage to come to grips with the reality that the money that you earn does not enhance or add any sense of value to your life. Now, you got to look at value as being more than just monetary value. I'm talking about your self-worth aside from what's in your bank account. Your worth as an individual. That's the kind of value that I'm referring to. And just because you have money, it does not add value to your life. Where's the value if you have all the money, but yet you live in a constant state of frustration? Where's the value if you have more than enough money and you constantly live under a cloud of depression? Where's the value if you have access to anything that you desire materially or with regards to doing whatever it is that you want to do, if you're in a constant state of fatigue? I know that many of you have known people that earned a great deal of money, but was even now too tired to spend it after they earned it. Because see, at the end of the day, at the end of that work day, at the end of that work week, the only energy that they have is the energy to lay in bed and sleep all weekend, trying to get rested up for the next week, which is full of a busy schedule. full of the routine of sacrificing, again, your friends, your families, your relationships, your health, your mental and emotional well-being. It's just not worth it. Some of you are sharing some very interesting things. Norma Jones, again, she said, I was that girl. I thought that because I worked in the executive office of the Philly International Airport that I was all that. Yeah. Get certain positions. You start having delusions about who you really are. You start to get lifted up in pride. But really, you're undermining the strength of your relationships, your personal well-being. You are really undermining the overall well-being of your life in general. It's just not worth it at times. Again, full disclosure to you concerning myself. Even as a pastor, there comes a time when you start to feel like that your hustle has become a hassle. Really? Well, and I know some of you probably may get a little bit offended by me referring to the pastoral ministry as a hustle. Well, pastors that pastor full-time, who have the responsibility of overseeing and caring for a congregation full-time, that's their hustle, in the context of this discussion. For some, it's what they do to earn money. But for others, it's what they do to earn a living or to make a living. And there are times when we as pastors love what we do. But then there are times that we often find ourselves standing on the brink of hating what we do. And that's because there are so many demands placed upon us, and we're trying to fulfill the needs of the congregation that we at times get so entrenched in our pastoral responsibilities that we find ourselves being guilty of neglecting our families. And I can confess that there were times I felt as though I was that person, even though I was very, very intentional in trying to take measures that would avoid me from becoming that person or doing that very thing. But the older I became, the more mature I have become, I started finding ways to create a balance in my life between my responsibilities as a pastor and my responsibility as a husband, father, and grandfather. I had to do it. Why? Because if you wait too late to find the balance that you really need to find, then you'll find yourself in a place where you won't enjoy that place, and it will seem very difficult for you to recover from that place. I mean, think about it. You got to find balance in life. And one of the ways to find balance in life is to, again, find what you do well and let that which you do well be something that you truly enjoy doing. Again, it takes a great deal of courage to come to grips with the fact that what you're doing is not bringing you any fulfillment, but it takes even greater courage for you to walk away from that which does not bring you fulfillment, despite the fact that you are earning a great deal of money doing what you do. The better part of wisdom would suggest that if you follow and fulfill your purpose and your passion, eventually the money will come. The money will follow you. I challenge you to test that theory. Then once the money starts to flow, that's when you'll literally begin earning a living. Here's what you got to do. You've got to discover your niche in life. Some of us have no idea what our niche in life is. You got to discover what it is. And I believe all of us have a special niche in life, a special place in life, an extraordinary gift or talent that is very unique to you, and it enhances your potential. It enhances your value. Some of you just haven't discovered what that one thing is. And if you truly want to discover what that one thing is, I would even encourage you to pray and ask God to show you what this one thing is. And then once he shows you what this one thing is, what your niche in life is, then ask God to give you the power and the passion to fulfill that niche. Discover what it is that you do well that can uniquely serve the needs of other people. And then once you find out what that is, pursue it. Did you notice something here? I suggested that you find what that thing is that you do well. But here's the part I want you to focus in on: that uniquely serves the needs of other people. Wow. I believe that's when our gifts are most effective, is when our gifts serve the needs of others and not just serve the needs of ourselves. Once you find out what that is, then that's what you should pursue. What is a need? A need is an unfulfilled demand. People have demands constantly that go unfulfilled. People need things that they don't presently have access to. They need things that will enhance their fulfillment in life, that will assist them in accomplishing some of the things they want to accomplish in life, that will serve to make life a bit more easy or convenient for them. That's what drives our economy. Goods and services, they drive our economy because goods and services, those are the things that fulfill the needs of people. And don't be quick to conclude that a person or people won't need what you have to offer, or no one would be interested in what you have to offer. I mean, think about that. The law of supply and demand is literally this. If you supply that which satisfies the demand, the money will follow. It is sure to come. It is. It absolutely is sure to come. Don't focus on how much money you think you can make. Because if you focus too much on that, your passion will quickly fizzle out when the money doesn't come quick enough or fast enough. You start a business, you're burning with this passion. You know that you can provide a service or a product that will meet a demand or a need within our society, within the culture, whatever, within the community. And because the money doesn't come in as quick as you desire for it to, because people don't patronize your business as quickly as you expect them to, what happens then is that passion will quickly fizzle out. And some of you will turn and walk away from what you have been ordained to do, from what you've been anointed to do, for what you have a passion to do, simply because it didn't happen quick enough for you. You got to be persistent. You got to hang in there. You got to find a way to maintain your love for that particular thing that you've identified as your niche or your hustle. Now, if your love or your passion fizzles out for it very quickly, then really you hadn't really found your niche. You haven't really found that which really sparks a fire and maintains a fire burning in you that keeps you desirous of fulfilling this thing that you know you have been called to do. Think about it. I just want to encourage you. Make that which you love be your hustle. Make that your hustle. If you love doing something, make that your hustle. Turn that into a way of making for yourself a real living. When you do that which you love, you will never feel like what you do is a hassle. It'll never be a hassle to you, so long as you maintain your love for what you do. Wow. Remember, it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's just about the joy and the fulfillment that it brings to you. When you can find something that brings joy and fulfillment to your life, you are literally adding value to your life while you're adding value to the life of others. I think that's enough for you all to marinate in for the rest of the day. Think about that. If you're thinking about starting a business, if you don't feel a deep fire, a passion for doing what you're potentially wanting to enter into doing, then I would suggest that you not do it. Don't even waste your time. It's not even going to be worth it. Find that thing that creates a continuous fire burning in you. You know, I've talked about, I alluded to earlier the fact that there are times that uh, I feel as though my pastoral duties have become more of a hassle than a hustle. Yeah, I have those moments. I've had those times. But what causes that feeling to subside is the fact that I love serving people. I love helping to bring value to the lives of people. I love to see and to help people get ahead, to tap into their potential. And so every now and then I need a refueling of my passions. Now, the reason why my spark never dies out is because sometimes, even when I'm not in pastoral mode, I am yet in the mode of serving people or helping people to enhance their lives. I shared with you all a while ago that um, I'm in the process of starting a life coaching business. I am literally a professional certified coach. I already have those credentials, and I'm now pursuing the credentials to become an international certified coach. And uh, at first, when I was contemplating whether or not I was going to move into that arena, um, I had a little bit concern because um, I was I almost convinced myself that by doing so, that I would be walking away to some degree from ministry or denying a certain aspect of ministry. And the Lord had to show me how even now coaching on a professional level is a form of ministering to other people. So I'm able to uh, do what I love to do, maintain um, doing or continue to do what I truly love to do. It takes on a different form, of course. It different methods are employed for me to do what I'm potentially going to be doing, but the goal and the desired outcomes are basically the same. Through preaching ministry, I want my intent is to help people to move from where they are into the place where they desire and need to be. That's out of relationship with God into relationship with God, or out of covenant connection with God into covenant connection with God. That's the primary objective, even through preaching ministry. Well, with coaching ministry, my objection is going to be to help people move from where they are into the place of where they desire to be, to help add value to them, to help them to find the way and the courage to pursue their dreams and visions. That's what that's going to be all about. It's still ministry. It still fuels my passion. It's still me um, working within my niche, if you will. That's what it's all about. And I truly believe that it's going to be something that I'm going to love and enjoy. And because I'm going to love it and enjoy it, it will not be a hassle, but it will be an enjoyable hustle. That's all I have for you today. I hope this has helped. I hope it's been a blessing to you. I hope it's giving you something to think about. You know, sit down. Every now I encourage people every now and then just to sit down and write some things out. You know, as you're contemplating some things. Think about what you're currently doing, and get you a sheet of paper. And you all have done this exercise before. Draw a line straight down the middle of it, and on one side, what you write what you love about what you are currently doing, and then on the other side, write what you hate about what you're currently doing, and see which side outweighs the other. Be very candid, be very honest with yourself. And as you're going through this assessment, then give consideration to your internal disposition regarding what you're doing to either earn money or make a living. Is what you're doing wearing you out? Or is what you're doing infusing you with life? Simple question to answer. All right. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you joining us. Look forward to you connecting with us tomorrow as we continue to share and hopefully give you wisdom that will help you to navigate through your daily lives. Again, my desire and hope for you today is that you have a blessed, wonderful, and even prosperous rest of your day. Until tomorrow, God bless.